A drone has crashed near the Baghdad International Fair in the Iraqi capital. Officials say the drone was targeting the headquarters of Iraqi National Intelligence Service in the Mansour area, that's in western Baghdad. This follows an attack on the US military complex near the international airport that was overnight. The area has come under repeated attacks since the war on Iran began. Let's cross straight away to Baghdad. Baig is joining us live from there. So Asad, just tell us first of all what's happened in the centre of Baghdad now.
Yes, not too long ago, a drone came down, not far from where I'm standing, and you could see the smoke rising. Now, what we understand from authorities is that it was targeting, apparently, the headquarters of the Iraqi National Security Service in the Mansour district. Now, let me just give you the geography of where I'm standing. About a kilometre in that direction is the heavily fortified green zone that houses the US Embassy, which has come under repeated attack. But this one is slightly confusing because this would be the first time the Iraqi security apparatus has been targeted. Now, we don't know who sent that drone. We don't have an explanation for it at this point in time. But the authorities here say that it was targeting the intelligence service headquarters. And again, it is the Eid holiday. There are not many people around. Most of the shops here are closed. And there's been no reports of any casualties, or we haven't had reports of what kind of damage it has caused. And it's significant because, again, it would be the first time the Iraqi security apparatus has been targeted, and also the fact that it took place in the day, whereas previous attacks usually take place at night or the early hours of the morning. So that's the latest from here in Baghdad.
We've also seen dramatic pictures, haven't we, from an attack on Camp Victory. How significant is that?
It's significant because these drones seem to be making their way through. The air defenses don't seem to have been managed to stop all of them. Now, what we understand is that 4 drones were launched. We understand one was intercepted and crashed to the rear of the Camp Victory, causing a fire, but it looks like one made impact and caused a significant fire. Also, in another escalation, we understand that one of the drones was armed with an RPG, a rocket-propelled grenade, and that was fired at Camp Victory. Again, this looks like coordinated attacks, but there's other questions that are being raised in terms of security. Authorities say that these drones were launched within the vicinity of Baghdad, raising questions about how that's able to happen and that it's constant. There's constant attacks, and these are generally by Iraqi armed factions who are aligned to Iran. And just to give you the context, Iraq is the only country in this conflict that has been hit by all sides. Iran has bombed Iranian Kurdish opposition groups here in Iraq. Iraqi armed factions aligned to Iran have also targeted US assets, US bases, hotels, opposition groups. And then the United States has carried out attacks against Iraqi armed factions. So multiple sides, and it's increasing concern that this is no longer a controlled theater, that this is part of a wider regional conflict and a battlefield, essentially, with those daily and nightly attacks taking place.
Asad, thanks for that. Asad Baig reporting there from Baghdad.